So here we are on Sunday evening. Blew up the account a little over about 2 weeks ago. Then we had 1 week, rocky week, just skipping all the winning trades. A little rocky, skipping all the winning trades and taking the losers. Right now I'm jumped into ZC corn for a long trade based on the switch over here. Looking to speed bump it if that's what it takes. I'm gonna move my stop up to the right position, which is 46589. All right, and then I'm going to mark it up with some lines in the chart and bring the conclusion to you. Let's see if this week, if we can conquer the combine this week, hit that goal of 59K. I got a long way to go. My account is down at 147,985 right now, so I got to make about $12,000, something like that, $10,000, $11,000 to get into that zone where I need to be to beat the combine and go on to the express funded section. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll blow up the account instead. We'll find out. All right, so my chart's all marked up. I'm ready for my speed bump if that's what takes place. And but hopefully not. Hopefully it'll come up here and get a nice little winner. You can see there is this support area right here that finally broke. And then it came back up a little bit here, got some resistance, went back down. So this could be on its way back up to test some resistance zones before heading lower, or maybe even breaking out and going higher. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But right now we do have, if I put a trend line on here, depending on where you draw your trend line, if you just do it here, it's only 3 touches. But if you do it where the majority of touches are to kind of get the zone, if you will, it would be right kind of through there. And you would get your trend zone, if you will. And right here, it looks like it's breaking out of that zone. Fake out, breakout, came back down. And now it looks like a clear breakout of that zone. Gapped up over it. And you could draw a whole bunch of trend lines and move this around a whole bunch and try to pick that spot. Even if you did it there, it's poking out above. So right now it's looking pretty positive on a trend line perspective, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to delete that line. Remove. It came back up and it's getting to this, what was once support that broke. Now it's coming back up to see if it's going to be resistance. So we'll see if that proves to be resistance and then it sells off, or if this is going to, you kind of got a wedge. For those technical traders, there's so many ways to look at the market. I don't know how you all trade on technical analysis. I would lose my mind. All right, let's draw a line. Let's put it here. Let's do another line. Right, is there a wedge kind of in here that you're looking to break? Or maybe this line actually has to come up here. Is this where your wedge is? Right in here? So it's looking for a break of the wedge to sell off to the bottom. You know what's happening there? So subjective, right? Because I could have started the wedge here. Maybe it's here. After this trade's over, I can make it look awesome. I'll be like, look, perfect technical analysis, wedge pattern. It broke. See, I told you, if you just trade like this, it's so easy. Easy after the fact, right? But when it's actually happening, where's your trend line being drawn from? Where's all these pieces being made from? So, and is it after where you can just put it where it's most obvious? All right. Anyway, that's my rant on technical analysis. I don't know how you guys trade on it. So I couldn't trade on it. I tried many times over for like 20 years. No, probably not 20 years, probably like 15 years, and just could never make it work. So that's why I do my own thing now with my indicator, and it's much easier and I can make money. But we'll have to wait and see at the end of this trade if that actually holds true in this trade. All right, everybody, bringing the conclusion to you. Okay, so we're in the target right now. I could let this try to pop through and squeeze more out, which is also this major, what was once support should be resistance. This is what happens when I'm talking. I was just going to hit close on that trade. So what was once support a lot of times becomes resistance. So a lot of times I like to squeeze it out, but because it's coming up to this, what was once support area, it's better for me just to bounce out of the trade. To hit the target, I could just jump out now for the 141 that's showing there right now, even though it's not in target. So I lose $10 on it. But I'm going to go ahead and do that because the trade's basically dead. So I'm going to take that off the table. Left $10 there behind, but all good. So first trade of the week down, $150 to start. Give me a little buffer. bring the next trade to you. Okay, so I got a GC here, getting ready to set up. I'm going to trade a speed bump on GC. I didn't take the short on this one because I missed the winning trade already. I'm already off to that start where I'm just going to miss all the winning trades and take the losers. So I was just like, I'm out. But this speed bump setting up here potentially. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. Buy, limit order, buy, stop, limit.
Order submitted.
All right, so I got 3 contracts in. If it wants to come back up and break through this level, that would be in the speed bump zone from the chart that you see over here. So if that happens, then I'm going to go ahead and jump into this trade. Okay, so it looks like I jumped into a GC right there when that came up to that speed bump area right there. So now I'm in this trade. I'm going to move my stop to the stop.
Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Okay, here we are with the Topstep dashboard. So you can see a current account, $147,985. Not good. When it started with $150,000, it's really bad, right? Do not exceed. I'm still do not exceed of $145,500 is where I'm at. And then do not hit or exceed the $3,000 daily loss. Got it. And I'm negative 2,000 on my way to my goal, 9,000. So really long way away. Hopefully I can have a good day today and somehow make up some of that. You know, even if I can just put $1,000 in my pocket for the day, you know, that'll get me one step closer to at least getting back to break even. You know, if I have a good day, then, you know, maybe I can get most of my way to the target even. Well, I think I can most likely make is like 3,000 to 4,000. So I can at least maybe get back to break even plus a little bit on the day. That would be awesome. And that would set me up for success for the evening session. And then the rest of the week, it would be, I mean, it's very possible I get close to this target by the end of the week if it's a short trading, even though it's a short trading week because of Thanksgiving. And then next week I can be into this target and get funded and be on my way to taking payouts. So it's looking good. Just got to be focused, not make any mistakes today. And yeah, see what happens. All right, so here on Monday morning with ES. Jumped into the ES just now. So we're long on the ES. And then over at GC last night was a pretty sweet little winner. I'm going to go recap that because I'm not sure if this thing recorded it when I was talking about it. But GC right here was in GC. Came down on the speed bump basically. You know, because took that, was in here. Got out for a speed bump over here. Speed bumped it. And then rode it all the way down. Said that I was looking for at least this target here. But I really wanted to go to bed. And I was almost break even on GC, and I was happy just to take that small loss on it, $60 loss instead of $1,100 loss, and recover all that those funds. And then sure enough, bumped a little bit, and then did sell off to at least get to that level and below. So gold on a big sell off right now. So on the good note, my indicator nailed it again. On the bad note, didn't actually have my target in the right place for some reason. So 453229. Yeah, so that was my target right there. Just tapped that target. So because it hit that target, this is a dead trade.
Canceled.
So this is what happens now. I have to take my 3 contracts. No order. Stop market.
Order submitted.
And I got to move them to break even plus a couple bucks. And if I get stopped out for nothing when I should have made you know, several hundred, then I do. I could just take the trade off the table right here, but I'm going to give it a shot to make another run at it. But I do need to move my stop to break even plus a couple dollars at the very least. And that'll be a bummer if this is a, you know, a winning trade that I missed out on again. It's a common theme, right? Keep on missing out on the winners and taking all the losers. And that's how you blow up accounts. So we'll see if we get lucky and this makes another run at it, or do we look to blow up an account again.
Order filled.
Okay, there he goes. Out of that trade with pretty much, what, $37. So the theme continues of round 2 of missed opportunities. Why take the green trades when I could take the red ones, right? So, man, right there was a nice green trade. I had my target in the wrong place, and as a result, ended up not capitalizing on it. And now I'm out. So one thing is right now, it looks like the NASDAQ might be leading the markets this morning because it was going red. And then the Dow Jones went red, and then the S&P 500 went red. So we'll have to wait and see and check that out the rest of the day. And 2, 1,
Order
boom.
filled.
Okay, so we're in gold with 1 contract. Okay, so in GC's on its way to the target quite nicely. Let's go ahead and put a stop in. The way things have been going with me, I kind of just want to pull my trade off the table. I don't want to leave another winner out there. All right, let's get ready to trail this up. Got 6 minutes for this candle to close. Plenty of time for it to move higher.
Order filled.
All right, so it backed up. Got out for my trade there. So on GC, made around $200 on GC, $150 I guess, because we had that $60 loss early this morning. So around $150 on GC. Nice. I'll take that. Too bad I didn't capitalize on that other $300 that I could have had earlier this morning. It would be around $600 in the account right now, which would have been a really good way to start today, but it is what it is. All right, let's go to YM now. So the GC trade, I got no open orders. Let's make sure. Yes, I do.
Order canceled.
Oh, no, I don't want to cancel that. All right.
Order canceled.
Those are the YM orders that are open. I'm going to go back over there and put them back in. Okay, so I got YM on the chart there.
Order submitted.
And I'm only going with one right now because this is going to be a big move. And if I have 3, it's going to exceed my risk tolerance. Stop. Sell stop limit.
Order submitted.
So if YM triggers to the long side, that's the move that I'm looking for. And the stop will be a break below. Probably have to move it down here a little bit. A break below there. Yep. I should probably jump in this thing early. The rest of the market's moving higher big time. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and do that actually.
Order canceled.
Just going to go ahead and pick up. I will do that now. 3 contracts. Buy.
Order filled.
So I got in almost the spot that I was supposed to get in at, but wanted to try to get in a little discount. The rest of the market's moving higher quite a bit. So I jumped into 3 contracts instead of the 1. And the reason why I did that is because I'm going to get out of 2 of them here in just a second. Just because the NASDAQ's turning red. I'll lock in some more profit here. NASDAQ turning red. S&P 500 turning red.
Order filled.
Okay, took 2 off the table right there. Lock those in. I might do that with the last one here. Sell stop market.
Order submitted.
Candle close in 3
Order
minutes.
filled.
All right, there we go. So all out of the YM. Make sure I don't got any open orders. Nope. Okay, so pretty sweet way to start the day. Between last night, making $40 after the wins and the loses. Now I'm up $1,000. So I got my account back to $149,000. So I'm $1,000 down now in my account to get back to that 150. I got ZW maybe setting up. All right, I'll bring the next trade to you. Okay, I'm going to get short.
Order filled.
Short the NASDAQ right now. 3 contracts short. Oh, what just happened? Close.
Order filled.
That was not good. I have no idea why that said 7. I had 3. Sell.
Order filled.
Okay, so that just messed up the day pretty bad. Taking 7 contracts, which would be a broken rule, but I got out fast enough to where it won't be a broken rule. But man, 7 contracts. I wish I would have just dumped real quick. That would have been amazing. All right, so let me mark this up. So just gave back a lot of profit with that 7 contracts in that little move. That's mistakes, traders, mistakes that get made sometimes. All right, let's mark up this chart. All right, so orders in. So disappointed. Today could have been that much better, but I gave away maybe $600 in that trade. Let's see, NQ starting with, at least $600. It's insane. But it is what it is.
Order filled.
All right, happy to be out. Now $1,600 in NQ. Should have been around $2,300 in NQ. But mistakes are expensive, traders. Mistakes are expensive. Okay, so here we are Monday evening, getting ready to jump into the ES. It's about to set up. You can see right here what's going on with the account. So finally back above the $150,000 level. So we're now in profits, $629. $629 right here on the way to that 9,000. And you can see how the graph is shaping up. Started off rough, went up, started off really rough. Now we're doing really good. Let's see if we can keep it rolling up and not down and getting blown up. 3, 2, 1.
Order filled.
Okay, in the trade and mark it up. Let's see how we do. Looking over at the NASDAQ's tanking right now as well. Gold's actually tanking right now as well. So more than the ES. So those are probably leading. The Dow Jones is tanking. So all those are probably leading, and the ES is probably following right now, which means it's probably got a ways to go. So I'm going to speed bump it right here. Make back
Order
this.
filled.
Okay, cool. So now we're short. 3 contracts. Should easily be able to make this back once the speed bump concludes. Looking for a target down here, ideally. But I'll start trailing a stop here so I can at least recover half the losses. I also had kind of an M pattern here that broke. And then that sell-off taking place. So, yeah. So anyways, now we're in short. And then watch this go up and hit this target. And we'll take a double loser. And I get out here. At least I reduced my loss for the evening. So I could start the morning off in a pretty good position to get this account nice and green.
Order filled.
All right, cool. So there we go. So I'm out of the trade. A lot of support right here. Also, this switch, that was the target for that switch, and it's gotten through that target. So I don't know what's going to happen from here. There's a high chance it's going to come down here and hit this, but not high enough for me to want to stay up for the next 3 hours waiting for it. And I really don't want to leave my trades open in NinjaTrader because I'm not that comfortable with that yet. Thinkorswim, no problem. I'm really comfortable with that, but with NinjaTrader, I'm not. So close my trade out, reduce my loss by half. So now I'm, $360 losses for the evening. It's so easy to recover that in the morning. So we're in a good position going into the morning. All right, everybody, see you on the next trade. Okay, here we are Tuesday morning. Jumped into ZC here. Jumped into some corn futures. So to the long side. One thing that's weird is my charts are not matching up. So ZC right here. And ZC here. Let me see. Yep, so there's the contract. So right now over here it looks like on NinjaTrader they have it at $491. And over here it's $473. So a little bit weird to me there, but the chart drawing looks the same. Mostly. So I don't know. It's a little bit off. But here we are in ZC. Maybe I'll jump out of it early. 37. Already hit the target, I guess, in that one move that I wasn't paying attention to. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and flatten this out. Close position. Next little bump like that, I'm going to just close it.
Order filled.
I don't know what's going on there. So we'll take that $75 and look for another trade. That was fast. Okay, so I'm in the YM, which is the Dow Jones, short based on my inside out strategy. Going to mark it up. The ES and the NASDAQ are selling off big time right now. That ZC trade sold off huge. The corn, wheat selling off. Gold starting to sell off. YM is just kind of holding strong right here at this support area. So we'll see if this thing's going to break soon. It'll be the last one to break, it looks like. My target is 35047. 35047. We got 10 seconds left. Be jumping in long. ES. And Q's backing down though. It's not going to do it.
Order filled.
All right, so now I'm in the ES, and then we'll see. Might have to speed bump it. Okay, so totally getting kind of jacked up by the market today. So right here, this came down to trigger my short position, my stop, and then immediately rejected and is boosting higher. So YM, we're still long. I'm still long one in YM, so it's kind of offsetting what's happening right now with the ES. It's a pretty big losing day today. 1700, 1800. So short on the ES right now, and I should be in the long position. But I'm not going to. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking about it. So thinking out loud. So I could jump in the ES or get back long ES, or I could just bounce out and get long on the NASDAQ actually. If this wants to retrace a little, I may jump out and get long on the NASDAQ. And I say that because the NASDAQ will have a bigger reward for the move that it's making than the ES will. But, I mean, we're still going to the resistance area right here. So this could reject and sell off. And I could be okay to be in 2 to the short side but it's not looking good for me right now. $1,400 loss. Man, again, the YM is what's kind of keeping a balance on that right now. YM keeps because I'm long there, so I'm kind of hedged right now a little bit, but not great. Should be long right now. Should be making money. This should be a money day. And that stop right there, man, what a crappy. Just it was almost like it saw it and said, "Oh, let me go get this guy out real quick, reverse his position and screw him over." It's kind of how that felt. All right, I'm gonna miss my opportunity to jump into the Nasdaq. The way it's boosting. How much time do we got left here? 9 minutes. Yeah. That's the way it looks. Looks like we'll miss the Nasdaq trade. I could jump out with. I'll be jumping into it late. That's a problem. I can't chase it. So I may have to just, take the beating here. $1,800 loss on the day. Take that beating and then look for another trade. Just trade out the day. See how it ends up. When it's all said and done. GC has set up a trade I could jump into. That's pretty low risk right now. Yeah, I don't know that I want to be. I mean, I'm kind of. So if I were speed bumping this, I would be out of. I wasn't. Oh, man. I should be out of this trade right now, actually, if I was speed bumping, right? Speed bumped. My stop is here. I'm way beyond my stop right now. So if this wants to retrace, I need to start trailing a stop. That's for sure. In the meantime, I'm going to put my stop at the original target, 4548. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempted to close my YM position and jump into gold short right now because gold has a nice setup to the short side, and I can get in at a pretty sweet spot right now in gold with a nice speed bump opportunity if it happens. Not confident in YM right now to the long side, and I think my ES trade is going to work out okay to the downside. But anything could happen. But I'm thinking about getting into a different market, so that's looking like what I really want to do here. So let's take my stop for YM. Take it down to 1 because I have one contract. If it backs up and gets okay, I'm out. So I'm gonna switch over to GC, and I got 1. I wish I could get 2. Sell.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm short gold, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my speed bump in. All right, so here we are in the day. It's coming to an end, not in a good way. Although yesterday, we made $2,000 something. So today losing $1,600 on the day isn't terrible. Losing less than I was making yesterday. Winning days could be easily $3,000, so it's not terrible to go down $1,600. It's just my account's back down below $150,000. I don't like that. I am in gold right now. I'm trying to give it a beat to continue working its way down a little bit here, but I know I'm gonna have to close my position before they close it. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hit close on this, and then
order filled.
Make sure I don't have any open orders anywhere else. So orders, no orders. Okay. So down here at the bottom, gold, I was able to make $460 today. YM, let me show you YM real quick. So YM is right here. I was short YM. Had I just stayed in the position and not let technicals trick me into getting in as it broke above resistance area, my strategy is it breaks. Basically, when it broke down here, I'm not supposed to change my trade until it stops me out up here. But I decided to change it halfway through. Based on some technicals, which always seem to get me whenever I try to do something based on technicals. And if I just stayed in, YM would not be a loser. That'd be another $430 recovered on the day. And then I basically would have only taken a loss in the ES, the S&P 500, which would have been around $1,637. But I would add an almost $900 gain or two, so it'd be a small losing day, $700 losing day, compared to the $3,000 potential losing or winning day. So here's the ES. I'm just going to get rid of some of this noise. So here's the ES. So this speed bump unfortunately got me right here. I mean, everything was looking good for a long trade, and then it came down, just tagged me out for a split second, and then boosted right away out of this zone. and then ripped higher the very next candle. So sometimes it feels like the market's out to get you, traders, but in the end, I just put my stop in the wrong spot. You know, that's just how it goes. But I base my trades on probabilities. Putting my stop here is based on those probabilities. So, you know, if I had to do it again, I would do the exact same thing, and it is what it is. So there we go. So double loser on ES, which is really what hurt the day. So I'm going to close the day down 1,615. No, yeah, close profit and loss. Why are these different? Oh, I got you, because of commissions. So I'm gonna commission. Yeah, because of commissions here in P&L. So I closed the day at 1532, but after my commissions, I'm looking at $1,615 in the red today. So all good. Tonight can easily make that back, or the next day, Wednesday. So we'll have to see what happens. All right, everybody, see you on the next trade. Tuesday night. Here we are, Tuesday night. I just jumped back into gold, since gold, as you can see over here, didn't finish its trade. This is the downside of holding positions where you have long, like 4-hour time frames and things like that, is I got out pretty much right on this yellow line, and then I'm getting back in down here. So there's a little spread there that I wasn't able to, you know, that's profits that I don't have, and it increased risk, if you will, now that I had to miss out on that piece of, I'm entering the trade lower. So now there's also increased risk getting in down here than where I was. So just a little bit increased risk. But I did have that discount when I first got into gold, wrote it down. So in a way, I got in at a discount anyway. So it's a wash in the end. But I need to go ahead and put my stop in, which was at 204 area. You know, right now I'm down $1,581 with jumping into this trade. So that's halfway to my max loss for the day. I don't want to be in that spot. Actually, I might be blowing up my account. Let me let me go check something real quick. Okay, so here's my Topstep dashboard. I can lose $146,129. Not, I can't lose that much, but I can get, my account can get down to that before my account blows up. So I'll have to check and see where my account was. My high was 150. So yeah, it should be good to go. So let's see, 146, 129. Down here we can see I'm at 147. 313. So basically I have another $1,000 I can lose before I blow up this account. So I kind of need to get a nice winning trade in here. So I speed bumped this based on this trade here. I shouldn't probably have done it. I don't know. I mean, it's gold, and gold's been on a rip, so it's probably not a big deal. Let's see, run back up to this again here. So I'm gonna put my stop in on gold. It's gonna be down here at the bottom of this buy stop market 3, but I don't want to speed bump it. So yeah, non ATM. Okay.
Order submitted.
All right. Actually, I do want to speed bump this. Let's just get crazy with gold. Let's go 6.
Order submitted.
If we break this, it's coming back down. So I'll throw a speed bump in there. But yeah. All right. So I'm in gold to the long side now. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. Okay. So here I'm back with that GC trade. So last night, over here, you know, I got into this thing short, came down, hit the target a bunch of times. So it would have been a nice trade, $600 to $700, somewhere in that area. But it didn't have, I didn't have my OCO order in to automatically get me out, and I went out last night. So I came home, didn't even pay attention. I was like, oh, I should probably check on that trade. And that's when I came and saw you and talked to you, you know, in your world, like 10 seconds ago. So I ended up, you know, missing out on that. It came all the way back up. I speed bumped it. It's kind of a new trade. And that, let me show you over here on this chart here. So this is the new trade. Target, hit. That could have been another trade. So 700, another 600 to 700, $1,400 would have been nice. But it broke through this pretty good. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to stay up anymore. I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the morning at this point. So I need to put an OCO order in. How do I do that? Because I feel like this is going to come up here and hit close to, if not retest the top of this. But if I can just get it back into this area of mess, then that's a pretty nice bonus. You know, that'll be $1,000 or more in that trade. So that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to put an OCO order in last night, trying to figure that out after the fact. You know, I do OCO orders as part of my ATM strategies, but how do I do it after the fact? So I was monkeying with that, and I don't know what happened. I thought I put an order in, and then went to bed, and then woke up this morning, and this is what gold did. It made it all the way up there, almost hit the top of that. Kind of like a double top happening right there. And then we got sideways and it sold off this morning. And I was still in the trade. So down here you can see this grayed out area. $146,000 all grayed out. That exceeds my account. So this account number 2, blown up. Blown up account number 2. When I should be actually like doing much better, right? Last night alone I should have picked up another $1,500 or more. Maybe even it was just $1,000 last night I should have been able to pick up. All the trades before this that I've been missing out on, I should have already been through the combine and looking at real money trades. And real money trade strategy for me is way different than this combine, because the way I see it is this. So if I'm going to trade the way I normally would trade, it would take me, I don't know, 3 or 4 months before I finish the combine, and then you're paying that monthly fee every month to be in a simulator, which might be good for some of you. Some of you need that, but for me, I don't need that. So do I want to pay that every month and just do it the way I normally do it, or do I want to be really aggressive, get a little squirrely? And I'm trading a lot of the ways I'm trading now is outside of my normal trading. I trade on the 4-hour candle normally, so my the way it fits with my personality, lifestyle, and goals and all that stuff, it's way different than what I'm trying to do here with Topstep. So with that, I'm being very aggressive and trying to pass the combine in like a week or 2. So by doing it that way, in the end, is it going to take me 3 or 4 months? And I could have just did what I normally do, and pass the combine. Maybe we're going to find out. Maybe I never pass the combine. So we're going to find out what's going to happen there. But this account's blown up. I'm going to reflect on it. I have some ideas already about helping this better fit me, and also just making it a little easier to pass as well. So I'll bring those to you on the next video when we start the round 3. But for round two, combine wins, I lose again.
Stop your whining.
All right, see you in round 3.